Ha We meet again, Savage AF. Forget your feelings, facts matter. This is the blackest political current event hot topic show on the whole interweb space time continuum. You know what I'm saying? It don't get no blacker than this. As you can clearly see from my screen, that the amount of blackness on this show.
A crazy town. Stop doing that.
Oh, my bad, dog. I didn't.
Yeah, man. I don't know what the hell. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I didn't
It
know.
happens, man. It happens. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, we know you there.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to prove how black we are.
Yeah, we black.
Yeah, we
I
black.
know people don't believe it with me sometime, and they fire. They think I'm not, but I mean, you know what? I've been blacker than they've been alive. So
when people hear my name, they definitely do not think I'm black, unless I'm just going by my stage name, Black Pedro or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, man, Savage AF, forget your feelings. Facts matter. We are your host. I am Black Pedro.
I am Shang. What's up?
We're here for you guys Monday through Friday, typically 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, typically live on YouTube and Facebook, mostly. Sometimes IG when we're not breaking whatever, right?
When we're not being treated like a redhead stepchild, like we did something wrong, like I beat a baby seal with a bat in front of the Pentagon. None of that. But yeah, that's how they treat us.
But that being said, I've given you several ways you can watch us live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you miss us live, that's on you now. Okay. Now
how is that our fault? Wait, let's address that. How is that us missing it? It's you. It's you. It's you. And I see the people in the feed. It's not our fault. It's your fault. It's not Pedro's fault. I mean, Pedro got his issues. Granted,
I do.
He got his issues, but he'll be all right.
Yeah, and one of these days, I'm sure I will be. That being said, guys,
give it time. Give it time.
Make sure you do check out the YouTube channel. All the shows are archived there. YouTube.com/C/SavageAFWorld. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you subscribe, get notified, and then, damn, I couldn't think of a word to end with.
But
subscribe, get notified, man, and tell your friends.
Tell your friends, but the bottom line is we're gonna reverse the order for a minute here. You give us some thumbs up. What's wrong with you? Not only give us thumbs up, when you go to the page, you see it says subscribe to the YouTube channel. You already know what it is. You're not dumb. The people that watch this show aren't dumb. The people that pick up this show aren't dumb. But if you get there, you know you're supposed to do that. I got to tell you again, and then you know what else you're supposed to do. Click the damn bell. All right, but it don't. I know you think it stops there. It don't stop there. It gets even worse. All right. Mm-hmm. I need y'all to go to this little app that apparently is I don't know how to put it. It's the blood life of humanity.
Like if this was Doom, it would be the spice that runs the universe.
Muad'Dib.
And
the only part that the show is like them riding the giant dicks in the sand. I just was like, that looks like a weird giant. But other than that, very good show. The movie was better though. The movie,
the original or the
new one,
3-part saga.
The new one really good, but it's not as good as this though. You know what's better? Following that, Black Pedro, BLACK, Ghost Ride the Whip. You Black Pedro. Make sure you follow that. Follow me at Comedian Shang. Also, you know what? Threads, and we got a new one, Blue Sky. Blue Sky is the fan.
I'm also Black Pedro on Blue Sky as well. So
and on Blue Sky, I'm Comedian Shang. So make sure you follow us. I'll have a graphic up for that with the quickness. And you know what happens if you don't follow us. It goes.
Yeah, you're going to feel that in the morning. Savage AF, man, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. We can curse like grown men now. The algorithm says it's okay. Black Pedro, comedian Shane, guys. It is Wednesday, December 4th, 2024.
Well, let me ask you a question. I know
Shout
you're
out to
going
the
to
homie
go.
Serious Jest who chimes in here, my frat brother.
Why is that your frat brother?
Yeah.
Okay, serious Jess, what's popping? I want to ask you, do you think us getting flagged as much as we do is it a troll targeted, or is it somebody from your past that has a vendetta
that troll.
that has a vendetta out after you?
Vendetta,
Damn you,
vendetta.
Black Pedro! I'll get you, Black Pedro. Is it that kind of thing?
No, it definitely feels like a targeted.
Because 4 times in a row is a lot.
Yeah, I think there's a dedicated troll.
That's a lot of getting flagged. I've been shadow banned twice, kicked off 3 times.
Wow.
So and then I lost my Instagram for a while, and now I have it back. And my numbers are growing now, but I lost a lot of time. So I need y'all to make sure you follow myself, Black Pedro, and then Blue Sky. Right now, I'm really trying to get that popping. Blue Sky is the new joint. But I hope. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to shout out the people in the buildings just for being here. We appreciate that, man. And yeah, for those who, Gina Emerson, make sure you follow us on Blue Sky. Damani Jones, get on there, okay? Ms. O. Williams, get what you waiting on, okay? Stop procrastinating, Sean Stubbs.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, all y'all, man. I see y'all out there.
Slow feet, so a soft behind, or is that what old men say when they beat their kids?
And look, you speak of a troll, exactly, and you speak of a troll, and YT Johnson is here.
Oh wow!
I know you be trying not to, dog, but I really believe you kind of just come here to troll. But it's all good though. No other Miranda.
Well, you think whoever's trolling YT Johnson, your mother's a hoe. All right, so
no, we don't have evidence. I'm just saying this is my belief.
But I know some people that dug her out. Let's be real.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's for another.
Let's start off right there. Let's start right there. Let's start right there. I mean, if that's what. All right, yeah, because you always come in. He comes in hot, or she comes in hot. I don't know if YT Johnson is a man, a woman, or the in between. You could be the in between. You might have a dick and a pussy. So yeah, a dussy.
A dussy. All right. Well, we don't need to know or confirm any of that, YT. That's your life. Treehead said we're choppy. Yeah, that's what you get for leaving America. Okay.
I mean it looks fine on this end, Treehead. It looks
ain't
fine.
Nobody else complaining. That's you and your traitorous ways coming back against you for leaving us all behind. We miss you.
Hey, Ellen DeGeneres moved out of the country.
Did she?
Yeah, she moved to London as soon as Trump won. But she got it like that. That kills me with these rich people. I'm leaving the country. I'm going to go to Saturn. And well, yeah, because you got $1 gazillion in the bank. And
you're going to leave all of these lard-headed cracker monkeys to take over this country.
They're going to take over right now. It's looking pretty crazy.
Yeah. All right, Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. It's Wednesday, December 4th, 2024, in the time space continuum. It's currently 3:11 p.m. on the West Coast. Black Pedro, comedian Shang, we are here.
Why'd you say West Coast like that, man? You've been listening to too much Kendrick Lamar. People were going at me because I said Kendrick Lamar ain't no thug. They like, yeah, he brought up in the streets and he was around the Pyrus and the Crips and the Bloods. And I'm like, he still ain't no thug.
I don't think we need him to be a thug.
Right. But that's what they're saying.
The community.
They're saying, well, you know what? Drake, he came up in the Jewish community and did all this other stuff. And this ain't no light skin shit. This is some real shit. Drake has some songs that slapped. And has had a longer run of hits than Kendrick. In fact, Kendrick went on tour with Drake because Drake brought him on tour, which got him a bigger crowd.
Yeah, they've done many songs together.
Yeah, so stop it.
Damani Jones makes a differentiation. he or clarifies. He says he's street though, not a thug. And that's what I was thinking too. Is like you could be from the hood, be hood, and not thug isn't the only thing in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We know that because we all from the hood, right? Some of us, I'll speak for myself, but yeah, you know, like I was a nerd in the hood, dog. But like, yeah, I wasn't running the streets, but I saw streets being ran. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
seeing all the things that happened, I just didn't participate in that. I played violin.
I was wow. I see people going in on me already about that, but no, I would say I was in the ghetto, but I wasn't ghetto.
There you
Does that
go.
make sense? Like, yeah, I mean, I was like, nah, I ain't, nah, I ain't.
And the fact that you called it ghetto, like
Yes,
I was in the ghetto,
yeah.
but I was
but
not of the
but let's be crystal clear.
ghetto.
I was not of the ghetto,
The ghetto.
right? And I want to be clear. We did have grape Poupon mustard on our mayonnaise sandwiches.
Hey man, listen, let's get into this because speaking of ghetto,
Ghetto.
we're gonna end today's show just talking about you know, the difference between right and wrong and those who seemingly don't know it, but you got to. And I got a nice video for you on that. But before we're gonna get into this other video, speaking of ghetto, because Trump's pick for the next attorney general, Pam Bondi, out of Florida, is ghetto. And when I say that Bondi loves bondage, I mean this.
Sorry, that got me.
Just how low can private prisons go? Ask the Geo Group. This corporation makes $1.6 billion a year locking people up. Its long record of abusing and neglecting prisoners is second to none.
The Coke County facility was a facility run by the Geo Corporation. It was disgusting. There was an infestation of insects everywhere you looked, including the kitchen, insects in the food. It was horrible.
East Mississippi Correctional Facility, and it was run by Geo the first 2 months that I was there. It was dirty, nasty, unsanitary conditions. I mean, people get stabbed in there, they're bleeding, or they get in a fight and they're bleeding. They don't give no cleaning chemicals to clean the place up or nothing. The sewer kept backing up in the zones, the toilets kept stopping up. Stench was so bad in there, I couldn't eat anymore.
A blistering report by the U.S. Justice Department describes systemic, egregious, and dangerous practices at a juvenile prison in Mississippi.
Prison staff had sex with incarcerated youth, which investigators called among the worst that we've seen in any facility anywhere in the nation.
Coke County, run by Geo, was the worst facility that I've seen in this country. Without question, without comparison.
It ought to be illegal.
Meanwhile, the Geo Group CEO makes $6 million a year. How does such an abusive company make that much money? It knows how to play the political game.
Geo Group has told its investors that things like the loosening of drug laws and immigration reform could be very bad for its business.
Geo Group has hired an army of lobbyists in 17 states while donating to over 400 candidates.
If you ask people, should a multi-billion-dollar corporation be able to profit from the incarceration of people and turn around and spend some of its profits lobbying for more people to be put in its facilities, I think the average person in the United States says that that's a really bad idea. Private prison corporations like Geo Group thrive when no one pays attention.
Yes, yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all.
That was dark.
Well, and so you know, that was about this Geo Group, which is, you know, obviously part of the whole prison industrial complex and seemingly one of the leaders in that industry, and we do know what that's about. But what I don't want to get lost in this is that Pam Bondi used to be a lobbyist for the Geo Group, so I think she'd be one of those people when the dude asked, you know, if a multi-billion-dollar company should be making money off people's incarceration. I think she's one of those people that's like, why not? In fact, let me go to Washington and get them the right laws that allow us to do it.
Right. And you already know that she's coming from a corrupt standpoint because she was already backing Trump on every possible aspect. She
defended him, I believe, in the January 6th trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. But it's just like at the end, the dude said, if people don't pay attention, that's how they get away with these things. So, I just kind of took that as a message like, hey, let me share this with my savage family so that we know exactly what type of person might be the next Attorney General of the United States.
Might be, but I think she and he.
I mean, she's a prison lobbyist, right? And she's somebody who would do that. So, like, as America's top cop, I find it concerning. You know what I'm saying? That our next Attorney General is like a prison hound.
Can you? For some reason, my thing is acting up. Can you pull a picture of her up? She is the standard Trump-looking Aryan Nazi girl. I can't. For some reason, it says pictures.
Sweet Nazi next door.
Images won't come up. Can you pull the picture up so y'all can see who this cunt is? Ooh. And I say cunt in a nice way. And so don't get
it's like an endearing.
Yeah, don't be a little bitch baby. Because like this is a little bitch baby. He can't even take one punch to the chest.
Oh man, come on.
Come on, babies. Some babies can take it.
That's what's wrong with your generation. Back in my day.
So right. I don't know what is wrong with my computer. Fuck. Error. It keeps saying error.
All right. Y'all see her?
Yeah, she's an automatron. She looks like a blow-up doll. Not that I've ever seen a
prison warden Barbie.
Yeah.
Former Attorney General of the state of Florida. I think from 2011 to 2019.
Yeah.
And like we just saw in that piece, somebody out there doing the evil work, as they say, the devil's work. So I just want to really highlight that for you guys, just so you can understand who you know what I mean. And I know we call her blow up Barbie and whatever, that prison Barbie and all of that, you know what I mean. But the reality is she ain't no toy. She ain't to be played with.
Right. And also, if you look at her track record, she is actually an effective prosecutor. So the problem is, how do you deal with that?
I mean, well, step one would be Congress. Hey, let's not
let her be there.
Somebody with a past like this and intentions and actions like these. Damani Jones has given her the moniker Big Jaw Britney Spears. Okay.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Hit her where it hurts. Nicole Sadler, I see you. But yeah, and that was a white guy in the video complaining about the jail system and how they were treated, and he's not even supposed to be there.
It's like, it's like, I'll tell you right now, it was filthy. It was filthy. There was insects. There was I mean, normally I wouldn't give a shit about niggers, but I even felt bad for niggers. And
nobody wants roaches in their pudding.
Nobody. I mean, come on, man. Now, granted, roaches do have protein, but I don't know if people want it in their food. I mean, you stab a guy, he's bleeding. It's unsanitary. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, man. So this is who could possibly be the next Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and I'd like us to write a letter to your congressman, but
what's up, Nicole?
We should be aware that these are the type of people that should not.
But there's
Congress. Do you hear me?
What's his name? Hellwig. Something. I want to put hell in there. If you look at him, there was an article about this I was reading on the commode. I get a lot of writing done on the commode. They said that there ain't gonna be no generals that's gonna respect this Fox News fucking anchor. They showed a picture of him and the 4-star general, decorated general they want to get rid of, standing next to each other, and it looked like he was about to cry. And these are the motherfuckers they put in all these incompetent, unqualified, obviously MAGA leaning cunts. I'm stunned that America's not getting it, but that's the Democrats' fault.
I mean, even with Hegseth, had an email come out where his mom basically called him a piece of shit towards women, and now the mom is out on fucking Fox News talking about how the media threatened her and they handled this wrong.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
7 years ago. And
stop it, you baggy bitch. Stop it.
You know
Stop
what?
it. You know your son is a piece of shit. Women in the office said he was grab ass. He would do shit that was inappropriate. He would do all kind of wild shit. He came up behind one woman and licked her neck. I don't know, you motherfucker don't do shit like that. So you can look at all of the different situations of the people that he wants to put in that are all corrupt. You're so busy worrying about, oh, Hunter Biden got a pardon, and half the motherfuckers he's trying to put into the cabinet are sex offenders, some kind of been to jail, fraudsters, tax evaders, on and on and on and on. So fuck all y'all. And even though Pedro has on, I think one of the most pink hats I've ever seen, he ain't about that business. He'll stab you. I've seen him threaten to stab
in self-defense.
In self-defense. No, that's not true.
No, I don't just be going around the mall like, who wants some? You know what I mean? Like
you ain't never, come on, you ain't never did that once in your life. Think about it. Look at the people even the people in the field like, wait a minute. But if you ask me if I did that, they go, yeah, you probably have. Yeah, I admit it. I want to stab because knives are personal. I like it. It makes
you got to get up close, feel that breath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I will have my revenge in this life or the next.
Yeah. But Bondi loves bondage, y'all. I think an attorney general who was in bed with the prison industrial complex, and that's a bad mix. I'd call that a conflict of interest when you've already made money off of people going to jail. You got like Cash Patel, who might be
he's a horror show.
Yeah, and he's talking
an
about
absolute horror show.
Everybody and making a bunch of arrests here and there. I'm like, and then she gonna prosecute these people and then send them to the jails to get them filled up. I'm telling you, man, it's
profit. It's slavery.
Playbook is right. They doing it all out loud, man. This is not even masked.
And the thing is, black people out there that voted for this man, if you end up in jail wrongly and you don't get any kind of fucking justice whatsoever, it's payback. It's payback for your idiocy, for your stupidity. I've talked to 4 different black people on a panel. And I said, what was your real reason? And don't say the fucking economy. Don't say the fucking economy, because I'll jump over this fucking table. And their thing is, it was 2 men and 2 women. The men said that I don't want a woman running the country. So at least they were honest about their bullshit. Okay, because they don't feel a woman should run country. One of the women was a white woman, and she said that Trump has the experience financially to turn this country around, even though, which was the dumbest shit. I said, so do you know he went bankrupt 6 times? She said, I bullshit you not. She said, no, I didn't know that. Well, bitch, shut up. Shut up. You know what? Somebody pull her seat away and roll her bitch ass out, because they had little wheels on the thing. Roll out. The other woman had the audacity to say that Kamala wasn't qualified. And I said, so you're saying, what is Trump's qualification? Telling people they're fired on a fucking reality show? Driving the economy to have $1 trillion in deficit? And she said, well, it doesn't matter. We won. And then I just went fucking bonkers. I lost my shit.
But wait till you see what you won, a shit pie. Gina Emerson says record spending for the holidays, travel and goods. Doesn't sound like a bad economy to me. So anybody?
Well, it was a month ago, and now it's not. And the price of eggs is okay now. But before they're bitching about that, the price of eggs is so high, and I can't feed my children. And then a week later, hey man, eggs are high, but they ain't that high. They $4.
Somebody need to talk to the chickens. Okay. What they charging so much for? You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn.
And the chicken's like, look, it came out of my ass. I'm the one that did it. Y'all got to pay.
You can't raise all these chicks anyways. Give me some of these eggs. You know what I'm saying? Go on. Spread
I
it
don't
around.
really eat eggs, so I don't know. And I'm primarily a leaf eater. You know how us brontosauruses are. But I don't know what the big deal is with eggs. I just
They're good.
yeah, you're like, they're good.
Even at dinner. I love me a good
One time, this is a long time ago. I guess you were at your mother's, and I was like, I didn't know Pedro was such a fucking. He pulled this big piece of meat. You were barbecuing something.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, hey guys, hey, I want to show everybody. And it was like, where'd you get this Flintstone ass big piece of meat? So you got to know how to simmer it.
It tipped my car over when I put it on top.
Did this nigga say simmer? I was like, who says simmer? Nobody. I've never heard nobody say simmer.
Breezy JJ is a new administration of felons. What a country. Damani Jones,
yeah.
the vice president is more than qualified to be president. Come on.
Oh, absolutely. So the conversation got wackadoo, and the two brothers, I just couldn't take them no more. I'm like, yo, you know what? Y'all get on my fucking nerves with this bullshit. Did your mother run your life while you were when you were a child and help you get through life? Yeah. So apparently women can run things. You said, but it ain't got nothing to do with my mother. I'm like, I'm not. Why you?
Your mom's a woman.
Yeah. It was the most. The reason I ended it like early because they were like, oh, we got 15 more minutes. I said, not for me, because somebody gonna get hit over the head with a chair. You know what I'm saying? And the one brother was just, you could tell he was just. There's some black people that I think that want white acceptance so bad it reeks from their skin. Does that make sense? What I'm saying, Pedro? Like you can, like as soon as he walked in, I could tell the way he shook my hand, the way he was talking initially before we jumped on. The other brother just seemed like he mad at his mother.
It's a bad relationship with
mom.
Bad.
My mother didn't get me the big wheel with the spikes coming out the side. And so I hated her since then. He just seems like he had issues. The two women, I just wanted to punch them in the titty.
Was one of the women black? Did you say that? Or?
One of the women was black. One of the other one was white. The other one was white. She's the one that said that Kamala wasn't qualified.
That's just hating.
That's just hating. Yeah,
hate her for that good hair.
But the thing is, all you people that did vote to bring Trump in, which is going to bring people like Bondi and some of these incompetents. That's their I don't know if you know, that's their team name, the Incompetents.
The Incompetents.
I love this clip because this is how I feel you should be treated.
Yeah, man.
That's
or the two sticks.
How? Oh yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, that last one, he shook it up. Yeah. So I think this is leading us into the next topic that I want to bring up because we're talking about just the right and wrong choices for a cabinet, the right and wrong choices for president, and it just seems like we're in this space where a majority, a slim majority of America, is just choosing wrong. And, I'm kind of getting sick of people acting like they don't know right from wrong. You know what I mean? And I saw this clip the other day, and it kind of made me, really think about this philosophically, because we don't start off like that. We start off more
Wait a minute. Did you say philosophically?
Philosophically.
Well, you know what? I think that we need this picture for you then.
Yes, sir.
So say it again.
Yeah, they call me Frederick Douglass on Threads. Philosophically speaking,
yeah,
I think that it seems that we
very good job, man. That every time I see it, it brings a little chuckle, and that's hard to do with comics because I didn't chuckle at a lot of shit. That shit was funny.
All right, man. So everybody acts like all these adults act like they don't know right from wrong, but really we start off more like this.
Here's an incredible study by the Infant Cognition Center at Yale University that demonstrates how babies might be able to understand right from wrong as early as 6 months. This experiment starts with a climber puppet whose goal is to reach the top of this hill. It'll attempt to climb the hill twice, but fails both times. On the third attempt, the climber is either bumped up the hill by the helpful character, or it's bumped down the hill by this bad guy, aka the hindering character. Experimenters showed this interaction to infants on an average of 9 times, and at the end of this, they asked the infants to choose a character. Watch what happens next.
We're just gonna have her choose between the puppets now. That one.
100% of the 6-month-olds chose the helper, and 87% of the 10-month-olds. The study in its whole was the first of its kind to show that infants prefer an individual who helps another over one who hinders another, prefer a helping individual over a neutral individual, as well as prefer a neutral individual over a hindering individual. Researchers believe these findings constitute evidence that moral evaluation does not require language or complex reasoning, and may be a fundamental part of human cognition, even in the pre-verbal stages. It also points to the possibility that the roots of morality are present very early in development, potentially because our capacity to evaluate the actions and intentions of other people is essential for our survival.
And when we talk about survival, I don't know how America is going to do it if everybody's out here choosing the wrong. And the reality is, you know right from wrong. All y'all do. All you MAGAs and all of that, y'all know right from wrong. You just don't give a fuck. And that's sociopathy.
Well,
but you didn't start off like that, right?
Well, so you're saying, but the baby also needs help because the baby can't do shit else. Can't drive a car. Can't. Of course, they're gonna pick the triangle. I mean,
no. I mean, you
little bitch ass baby, you just you know what, you're a climber. That's what you are. You just trying to get a status climber.
I mean, think about that. They said 100% of the 6-month-olds chose, right, and 87% of 10-month-olds chose right, which means that around 10 months old, about 13% of y'all become pieces of shit.
Like right around 10 months,
yeah.
And at 2, total pieces of shit. And I've been that way with both my sons, and I was like, wow, I don't know if I want to let them live. I need a plastic bag over their head and throw them in the river. And I didn't though, but I thought about it. So racism is taught, and I think that comes from the parents too. I think if your parent is like, for instance, I'm not saying this because Pedro is on the show. Pedro's mother is an intellectual. Now she can be grimy too because she's thugged out. I've seen her say some thugged out shit.
Yeah,
but primarily she's an intellectual. So in turn,
again, God damn it. Sorry, go ahead.
So in turn, Pedro, it's sifted down to Pedro from his mother that my pops is very, I think I went opposite. My mother was very empathetic, where my father was incredibly cold. Like when my mother died, his thing, well, people have heart attacks. Wow, I'm calling you to let you know mom's oh shit, what is going on with Pedro? So wow, he gave his computer been tripping. But the bottom line is, everybody, you already know that it is taught by the parents, society. I would say evil people who are evil have a tendency to gravitate to more evil, and that's why we got a situation like we do get with Trump. He's incompetent and stupid and dumb and barely reads. So that's why he wants people like that around him. What do you think? Intellect. Wow. White T. Johns, there he is. So I think that there he is. There he is. Yeah, yo, man, that been happening a lot, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I must have some shit on my computer, man.
Yeah, it might be a virus. It might be a virus because I had something's wrong with when I try to pull up a picture like I normally do on the show, it goes error 500 error HHP. So I got to figure out what's going on with my computer. But when you went away, when I was saying it, I was saying I think that a lot of it is like siphoned down from the parents as the kid becomes more aware of, decisions and things like that. So to see babies that say, yo, let's do the right thing. And then you got a mother that says, I don't like niggers. you know, what do you think you want your mother to, if you're a baby, you want the baby mother to love you, so you'll do whatever it takes. I know that one time my son said to me, which was hurtful, he said, I can't tell you on the phone I love you because it makes mommy feel bad. Now imagine that. So he's going off in the cut and whispering to me.
Yeah.
Because he can't say it. So imagine that kind of input. That's why when I see stuff like this, just like when they took the little white doll and the black doll, remember that thing they did with young black girls? And they made the little white doll seem like she was pure and she was good and everything else. And so when they asked, which doll do you want to pick? Of course they picked the white doll. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. They did this in a survey at not only Yale, but I forget the other place they did it at, the something attention center in Arizona. I was reading on it. I don't have it completely, but I think that with little kids, they learn this shit. And
hate, discrimination, all of that.
Now that we have a president that is corrupt and a felon, and the people around him are felonists that have been pardoned, and now he's trying to put them back in office. What is that going to teach young kids that, well, I could be a total fucked up human being and it's cool because I could be president. Remember with a black president, if you're smart and you're like Barack Obama had to be like, super crisp on his shit, leading in Harvard, grades, everything. And now it's like, well, you could be if you're a felon, if you ever raped a lady,
right.
What's wrong with that? You could be president.
Do you like grabbing puss? Well, have I got the job for you? YT Johnson says this was a dumb study, that babies reach upwards, so they might pick a character doing the same. So if you really listen to it, what they said is that because what we saw in that clip is the baby, the circle, the little pink circle was the one trying to actually get up the hill. The yellow square just came in and helped him and then went back down, right? And I don't even know about this baby reach upward thing. I'm not sure how scientific that is, but
I think you're making that shit up, you cuck.
I think the dumb study part, though, to say it's a dumb study, I think you're missing the details. Like they said that the babies chose a helper over a hinderer. They also chose a helper over a neutral character. And then they also chose a neutral character over a hinderer. So that's even more than just right and wrong, right? It's like understanding a nuance and a scale,
right,
on a fundamental level of the difference between these behaviors and which one is more, is preferable.
And 100%
elemental level.
Let's go over that. 100%.
I don't know how many babies they actually have, but
still, if 100% is pretty fucking high for the baby to choose.
If it was only that baby, then
then I go, well, that don't make no sense. Maybe that baby is like a really good person. But other than that, no, I think if you get 100% in any kind of survey, you got to kind of take it serious. But the motherfuckers that want to obviously throw salt in the game all the time, that's like with us as comics, where there's comics that won't just focus on their shit, be funny, do your thing, shut the fuck up with all the bullshit. They'll throw salt in other people's comics games to prevent them from going up the hill. If I could put that way, they don't want it. Just like there's people that are trolls that will do shit to just prevent from people from getting up the hill.
You have to get up that hill. It seems like babies really like the Jeffersons theme song as well.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. You walk this way, moving on up. You got to walk your arms behind you.
Right? There you go. So, I mean, so then when we bring this back to present day, and you do have these people in positions of power who teaching hate. and they try and flip it like, critical race theory is some hate, or just talking about racism is hating white people. But really, they're flipping the script. They are the hateful ones. They are the xenophobes. They are teaching hate to babies. And one day we might have to get rid of all the babies, man. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I just say we fight them. We put them in. I say we put them in. We put them in the Coliseum. I think we put the babies in the
Coliseum. I can't think of any other way out of this, bro.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So we build a Roman Coliseum like back in the day. We put the babies in there and let them fight to the death. Now, as they're crawling towards each other with the swords, I think that's cute. So it makes me feel good too. And then when one baby skewers another baby, strengthen on her, and bam, right in the head, you go. It's the strongest baby survive. That's which way I see it.
Again, YT, I don't think you're really looking at this the right way. You're saying adults are projecting right versus wrong on babies that naturally select up versus down. Again, these babies didn't just do that, but they were making it really seems like they were making a distinction between helpful, hurtful, neutral, positive, negative, neutral, right? That's like the universe and shit, like even on a physics level, right? So they were understanding the difference between positive, negative, neutral, not just, oh, I'm reaching for up, right?
Right.
The triangle went up and then came back down.
It's not them reaching for candy. Oh, there's candy. And why? Hey, look. And by all you people in the feed keep saying the babies is wrong. The baby was just trying to do the right thing, motherfuckers. Let the baby do the right thing.
Yeah. And even with what you just said, YT, right? Like from the graphic, the blue box, which is the bad guy, was always at the top, right? And then it went away, came in, went away. So if babies just reach up or whatever.
Why didn't they reach up to the blue box? Why didn't
they ever pick the one that was already up there, right? Like I'm just saying. And besides that, I really don't think you're looking at this the right way. Like whether babies tend to reach up or not, and I'm not even sure that's relevant to what
I don't even think that's. I think that's made up shit. Shut up. YT Johnson started the bullshit, and now y'all buying into it. Don't believe that shit, okay? And yes, you know what? I'm gonna make up some shit. And y'all roll with it. It's bullshit. Look, it's not that. There was a blue box there. If the baby reached up for blue box, because blue box looked like candy, he didn't reach up for that. The baby said, look, the shit's wrong. In fact, I talked to some babies, and the baby said, I took the survey, the shit was wrong. And that's how we gonna roll. And then the mother was trying to tell him, well, what's wrong with pushing the other yellow thing down? And then the baby said, bitch, because it's wrong.
She's like, but sometimes you have to push people down a hill if they're Mexican, okay?
Right.
Also, when we talk about reaching, the baby didn't actually reach up for either item. I believe they reached forward in front of them. So it wasn't even about a motion of reaching up, right? Like it was presented in front of them. They reached forward for the more positive character 100% of the time. Right?
But
whether
you know what? Negative,
positive or neutral, they chose that always over the negative.
But the negative is more marketable to people in general. A lie goes around the planet 10 times before the truth even gets started. So you got to look at it from this standpoint. People are going to be like, well, the negative, the baby didn't know, the babies are stupid, baby this, baby that, instead of just going, that's interesting. The fact the baby was like, yo, let's rock with the positive. And I think I'm a nice guy sometimes. I think I'm helpful. I think I'm kind. Because I saw this video where the lady started talking shit about this woman that had a nice car, not realizing she had borrowed the car because she's having a hard time because she was in the store buying stuff with food stamps. And she's like, you drive a car like that, but you have food stamps. Not knowing her backstory. So you never know what people are going through. Yeah. Pedro, about 3 weeks ago, after the election, was like, fuck it. I'm cleaning my guns. You don't know what he's going through.
Went to the range in Vegas this past weekend, right after Thanksgiving.
Pop, 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 pop. How is your shooting going?
Oh, well, you know, the 9mm we were good with, and then at about 5 feet away, and then at like 25, I mean 5, is it 5 yards? I think it's 5 yards.
5 yards.
At like 25 yards out with the rifle, my sights were a little off. I remembered that I hadn't actually shot that rifle with the sights I have on it now, so I just had to adjust the sight and move over. But everything was slapping left at first, and then I just moved the dot.
See, yeah, when we went shooting, this is a long time ago. I'm really good with a handgun. I don't know, I'm stable with that. That shotgun fucked me up, dude.
Yeah,
I didn't adjust in my shoulder for the kick, and I was like,
ouch. Now listen, to bring this full circle for y'all, the reason I'm showing y'all babies picking blocks and all of this shit is because at the end of that clip, remember they said that these babies are behaving in this way most likely because discerning between right and wrong, who's good or bad for you, is a survival instinct, you know, for us as a species. And if this country, America, and then I'm talking mostly to a group of white people here who did this, who put this man up in the White House again, and he's going to bring some of the worst people on this planet with him. If you guys keep choosing wrong, America will not survive, right? Like as a survival, yeah, soak it up, baby. You know what I'm saying? That, yeah, it slaps deep. But if these guys keep reaching wrong, teaching wrong, and preaching wrong, this shit ain't gonna survive. So,
well, I mean, the bottom line is you bought into a man that spews shit, and now we're gonna have to have 4 years of shit. That is a disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But speaking of that, and I always because I play the race card as much as possible. I always have. I used to wear puka shells, so right there, you already know I had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I was aggressive, and I was an aggressive young man, and very like, you know, how come there ain't no brothers on the wall? And then people say you're overcompensating because you're light skinned. I'm like, no, I really do feel this way. There was a video that I thought, and I don't know who this dude is. I've been finding clips of him. I got to find his name, give him props. He's from the Middle East. He thinks America's full of shit. And I wanted you guys to see this guy. And when you see his face, Pedro, let me know if you know who he is.
I don't know if you can think of a people who were more held back, more deprived, more sabotaged than African Americans. You took everything away from them and took them away from everything. They started in your country at less than zero, literally regarded and treated as subhuman, not allowed to learn to read or write or anything for hundreds of years. But you see, they come from a people of accomplishment to one degree or another, not a people of piracy and theft and appropriation. They come from a people who created and built and developed in their own land. And even though you did everything that you could possibly do to suppress them, to hold them down, to hold them back, and you're still doing that until today, nevertheless, I don't think anyone can dispute the fact that African Americans have become a global cultural superpower. Culturally, they're a superpower. Whatever cultural soft power that America has in the global South, it's African American.
Hey man, tell him that
he'd be dropping it, and he drops it like that all the time. I got to find some more clips of him. I think it's Shadrick.
No, I don't know his. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, but what he spit is basically how I feel. I think that people think that when I talk like that, especially with comics, because I do lean more towards hopefully having black comics come up. Not that I'm on some pedestal, because I'm still trying to figure this shit out. This comedy shit is no joke. We got to look at the reality in this country. Black women last election saved democracy. America for a minute there for 4 years. Even though people think Biden, it was all shitty, and Kamala and Biden made it a hellscape, and everybody had nails in their face, and they were all. Yeah, it's like you making shit up.
City's banned.
Yeah, it's this bullshit. But the bottom line is, if you look at the election, if you look at the numbers, black people did their part. to try to prevent this motherfucker from getting in office. So when we go to just flat out blame of what is the reason that we have a president like this, we have a percentage of Hispanics that aspire to be white and think they're white, so they try to suck up and be on the evil, not all white people, the evil white people side. Then you got black people who are obviously don't have a spine and big gums, and they want to aspire to that. And the majority, if you look at the percentages of white males who said, this is the direction I want the country to go. And that's why when I hear stuff like this, even in the face of that, we got to still, for the next 4 years, and push it real good. I just had to throw that in there. And then he did the music, which actually made it all come together. It gelled it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I stopped debating with these Trumpian people, because they know right from wrong, and you ain't gonna gaslight me, dog. Ain't no need to talk. But if you keep choosing wrong, all of this shit's gonna fall apart, and it's gonna be on you.
Well, why do you get angry, young man? I saw you before. You got angry, man. We're in the green room. I'm thinking, oh God, I'm gonna come back in the green room when I come on off stage, and it's gonna be splattered with blood everywhere, and just Pedro standing there going, I didn't mean to.
Not again. I didn't. Yeah, I just got quiet, dog. I just got quiet. That's all.
No, you got angry.
And then I pulled back and got quiet because I was like, I'm getting angry.
So when you get angry, you go, I must get quiet. And then I looked over, and then his eyes turned green for a second. I went, come on, man, calm down.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry. But yeah, I don't need people pulling that energy out of me or trying to. Y'all know right from wrong. Stop playing these games. Just admit you're the bad guy if we're gonna do that like that, and then we can figure it out on some comic book shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Darth Maul never said, "Hey, I'm fucking with y'all. I'm just kidding." No, Darth Maul's like, "Yo, I'm coming to fuck y'all up." By the way, Darth Maul is the dude that had the 2 lightsabers. And okay, for the people that don't know Star Wars,
Darth Maul.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that the if we had more babies like that baby, the upstanding baby like that baby, the world would be a better place.
Let's go, y'all.
I wanted
to inner baby. All right, man. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. That's our show for today, Wednesday, December 4th, 2024.
I sent you an email about the show. We'll see. Yo, check it out. Make sure you check us out in San Diego, Saturday, December 7th, 7:30. So far, I'm debating if we're gonna do the show or not, but it's gonna be myself, and obviously these are boys to men.
It's like it looks like Shang and the Shangri-Las. Like we just look like some R&B group. Like it's Shang and the Shangri-Las.
Well, I'll never make a flyer look like that again because y'all giving me shit. And then I'll be at the Yamava Casino with Ope Alabobushe. I don't know how to fucking say his name. Okay. But this Thursday, December 5th at 9 p.m., I'll be at the Yamava Casino and Resort in Highland, California. Make sure you tell your friends about the show if you get a chance. And I don't know if y'all know a comic named Vince Royale, but I'm going to tell you right now, Vince is funny.
Hilarious. Man.
And I'll be doing a show Sunday at the Stand-Up Comedy Club with Jimmy Della Valle, Ahmed, Kat Alvarado, Joey Medina, and myself. And it's for a birthday for Vince Royale. So check out the shows. Hopefully you can come see us in San Diego. Myself, Pedro, Nick Alexander, Robbie Perrone. And thank y'all for supporting us and rocking with us on the show. But there is 2 important things you need to know. Pedro's going to let you know what they are.
Oh, just a simple fact. If you are white and you voted for Donald Trump, you are racist.
I think that was pretty clear cut.
Black and you voted for Donald Trump, you are dumb.
Okay. Hispanic?
Also very dumb.
Got it.
Possibly rich.
But primarily dumb.
Primarily out your goddamn
like
mind.
Stupid. Like dumb, stupid. And I don't mean stupid like
anybody who voted for Donald Trump is dumb. But with white people, I think you're also racist. Because
So you're both. You're saying they're both.
Racist.
Okay. You know what? It's always good to have clarity as we close the show.
That's what it is.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Deuces.
Later.
Click this button. I got it right here.